here at Valley Sura for the first encounter in the plate segment of the Super Round in the Dialogue Rugby League between Army Sports Club and Air Force Sports Club. We're playing here at Valley Sura, which is the designated home ground for Army. There you go, Army Sports Club versus Air Force in this first encounter of the Super Round in the plate segment. Joining me in commentary to take you through this game, Faik Mirin. Good afternoon, Faik.
Good afternoon, Yusran. And here we go, the weather forecast shows that partly cloudy, and then the humidity level is 28 as well. Later it will go down up to 27, and the winds goes to northeast side 18 kilometers per hour.
Yes, and it's a delightful evening today, especially with our Sri Lankan Lions being the first Asian team to win in South African soil. So we'll all be excited for that and for today's game as well, because it's a crucial encounter for both these teams. They're playing for pride, they're playing for the plate championship, and top favourites is Army Sports Club, especially because they slayed some big giants in the first round and the second round as well. They beat CH, they beat Candy, and they beat Navy as well. So your thoughts on what today's encounter might hold for us?
Of course, Yusran, it's going to be a crucial battle between Army and Air Force, since Army has been top performed team at the plate championship. They've been dominating throughout the season start. Like, they've been underdogs, but they've been performing really well throughout the season.
Yes, so we'll catch you on the other side after a small commercial break with live action. So stay logged to www.ThePapare.com.
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites, only from Crescent.
Breeder Fast Pulsar NS160 with wider tyres and twin disc brakes from David Pierce Motor Company Private Limited.
It's almost over. Ain't gonna let it pull me under.
Welcome back to Valley Sura for the first played encounter in the Super Round of the Dialogue Rugby League between Army Sports Club and Air Force Sports Club. And on the other side, we have Havelocks taking on CR at Havelock Park. That's another crucial encounter. You can catch all that action on ThePapare.com and on Dialogue TV Channel 1. So, Havelocks firm favourites to clinch the league title this year round. Your take on that fight?
Of course, really, Coach Sanat Martis has been done a really great job with Havelocks, and like we see, before the league starts, they were the underdogs of the tournament when most of their players switched clubs from Havelocks to CH, CR and a few other clubs as well. And now it has been really competitive league throughout this year, and we are into the last few weeks going around.
And we can take a look at last week's results, the encounters. We had Air Force take on CR at Ratmalana, and CR and FC running away with that game. But Air Force giving a real good fight. They've not been on good form this year, Air Force Sports Club, but they have come close to threatening some big teams. But on that day, on their home soil, they really couldn't pull out a cracker.
And it was a great game for Gamal Chetia, who came across like scoring 2 tries and winning man of the match, of course.
And later on, we had CH take on Army at Racecourse. Army were surprisingly in the lead in the first half, scored 2 similar tries. The wingers doing their job in the flanks, but CH came back really strong in the second half. We know that they have a really strong bench, and that's Nivanka Prasad scoring what was, I think, the try of the week. He outburned Raduvo Sovita of Army. He put the big fend on and ran a good 70 meters to score that try and to win that game actually by 2 points. 24 points to 22 was how that ended. And a big game, Candy took on Havelock Sports Club at Havelock Park. The game everybody was waiting for. And Candy, after getting off to a good start, they lost grip of the game in the second half.
Of course, Yusran, we have seen this happening throughout the season for Candy. They've been dominating the first half like for the best 20 minutes, and then they've been struggling throughout the second half. So like Havelocks have spotted that very well, and they came back really strong. And with their bench changing on, Mithun Hapukoda coming into the second half, they've been doing so good.
Yes, and this was the final encounter here at Valley Sura, where police surprisingly Police Sports Club managed to get away with it. Imosi Vunivosa had an excellent game. He was a standout player, winning the Player of the Week award as well. He was on top form that day throughout the game.
I would really like to say like he's one of the best fly-off playing out this season. Like the way he controls the game, it's really nice to see.
Yes, that's how that ended. 26 points to 17 in favor of Police Sports Club. And we have some predictions coming, but before that, let's take a look at how Army performed throughout the league. They played 14 games, won 5, lost 7 and drawn 2 games. That was at the CR and FC game and the game against Police. So they've progressed and come out to have a decent run in this league fight.
Of course, they've been the favorites to win the plate segment and competing with Air Force, Police and Navy, and they've been the top so far. We'll see how it goes on the last few weeks to go.
Yes, and we have our statspert Boa Atukorala giving his predictions on this game. He says the Army to win this game by 1 to 12 points. So that's what he has to say. While we take a look at Air Force's performance in this league, they played 14, won just 1 game against Police, where the game was a really low scoring game. Police managing to score only 1 try that game, and on the Air Force losing 13 games, which is almost the full league. So they will not be impressed by their performance this year.
Totally agree with you. Looking at the Air Force performance, it's so like they have been like at least looking for about more than 3-4 games to win on their stats, but seems like they only have managed to win 1 game.
Yes, and we can take a look at the points table. Havelock Sports Club sitting there on the first position with 72 points on their board. Candy trailing by 3 points, while CH trails Candy by 6 and Heavies by 9. So they have a long shot at winning the league, but it's really unlikely that they do, because if they are to win the league, Heavies and Candy should not accumulate not even 1 point this week and the next. CR, they are sitting on 4th place with 47 points, and those top 4 teams will fight it out for the cup and for the top first and second positions.
Of course, I would say even Police has a good chance of winning the plate championship if Army goes down today without even having a bonus point, and Police, if they can win with a bonus point tomorrow's game, they might go on the top of the plate segment as well.
Yes, Air Force with only 12 points on their scorecard. They have played 14 and they couldn't accumulate any points on 13 games except for 5 against Police and 7 bonus points, all coming from the losing sides. We have a top performers this league, and both players coming from the same club, the Maitland Crescent Club, CHNFC, with Sudham Surachi bagging 10 tries, while the youngster Samuel Madhuanta has almost got to 180 with just 1 point short in this 14 weeks. So he'll be a man to watch, Faik.
Of course, he got 2 more weeks to go. I wonder if he can surpass 200 points in this league. That can be a historic moment on this Sri Lankan Rugby League so far for the past all the years.
I agree. So if we can take a look at how these two teams performed the last time they met, this is at the same Park Valley ground. Army managing to run away with that game, but Air Force gave a good fight. Army are used to these conditions here at Valley Sir. The last time they played here, Army won 27 points to 15. Air Force not managing to control the game at any point throughout the 80 minutes, but Gayan Salind, Mohammad Rizvi and Gayantha Iddamalgoda for Air Force has been a standout player, and Gayan Salind and Mohammad Rizvi have been the top performers for Army. But since lately Samira Bulat Singhal has been on top form. He's been barging through and scoring some tries that have been really impressive, and those are all good signs for Army. A little bit of argy-bargy going on there last week, but this time around we hope none of that will happen. There you go, half-time. Army led 24 points to 10, and on the second half just 3 points they managed to get to seal the game.
Interestingly, we saw Jason Karunaratne playing for Air Force last week. I was surprised he was on the squad previously, or he just signed up to the league as well.
I think he just signed up to the league halfway, and he was extraordinary. He put an exceptional performance last week against Navy, and he's almost created 2 tries, but unfortunately he was carried out injured in that game, which is why he's benched today. We can take a look at the team cards and the team for today's game. Army Sports Club, they have Dilip Niroshan and veteran Ashoka Jayalal alongside Buddhi Srimantha, comprising that first row, which is going to be a vital position in this game. And then Nalaka Madhuranga will combine with Tirusha Adhikaram to make that second row. Tirusha Adhikaram has been amongst the try scorers, scoring 4 tries for Army. Danushka Pushpakumar and Upul Abhiratna, the skipper, will make that will look after Army at the flanks. Upul Abhiratna, we know the skipper, he's been leading up front, doing a good job for Army, while Danuka Vijaythilaka will be at the back steering that scrum.
Also, if we look at the number 9 and number 10 combinations, that Mohammad Rizvi and Ashant Bandar brings up more value to the game, that they control the game very well. We have seen they have managed to damage so many teams in the league so far, and then we see Sudarka Dikrumba, another star player on the wing 3, and Danushka Talavita and Sovita Bolila, the Fijian, and the Madhura Bandara, and completing the line with fullback Gayan Salinder.
And in replacements, we have Samira Surarachi, Madhushan Lienage, Chamira Silva, Subodha Samarakon, Dhammika Vavage, Mahesh Veerasinghe, Kasun Madhuranga and Isun Madhura will make that 25-man squad for Army, while Air Force they have some good names. They have the likes of Charles Praveen, Parakram Ratnayake and Niroshan Rajnayake in that front row. Charles Praveen and Parakram Ratnayake have been on top form, but they've just not been able to utilize the best, while Tilna Bandara, another standout player, scoring tries, controlling the lineouts as well, with Raduva Kauso, the Fijian, who has not been able to spark anything up so far for Air Force. Abhishek Fernando and Shaminda Uday Kumara will look after Air Force at the flanks and make sure they make the all-important tackles, while Prasanna Madhusankar steer the scrums from the back from the number 8 position.
The Air Force backline starting from Nuwan Pereira, the scrum half, and the Ganti Iddamalgur, the playmaker for Air Force. He has been dominant throughout the season and couldn't do much to take the team towards the winning line. And then Isham Jalil, Jero Danje completes the center portions, whereas Surya Krishan and Tuan Pakir with completing the fullback Charit Senuratna.
Yes, Tuan Pakir was the former Lumbini player, and he played for the Sri Lanka. He played for the Colombo Blues rather, and he was a good player there. So he's made his way to the Air Force squad, which is good signs for the young lad. And on replacements, Ranaka Madagidara, Chandana Aberatna, Tilna Sampath, Nilanta Jaivira, Gimhana Silva, and the youngster Jason Karunaratna is benched for this game. Moro for his injury after the last game, while Ishar Madhushan and Jehan Silagama, another good player, they are benched. Jehan Silagama, we hope to see the likes of him playing midway in the game. So it's all set for a good game, and we will have some foreign referees officiating the games this week and the next. Which is a good sign, to be honest, Faik, because neutral referees will always make the standards of rugby higher and fast, and our local referees can learn a thing or two from them.
Of course, I do agree with you on few things, but there should be a thing that where the local referees can come up to that standard at a point and do the main clinched games of the league.
There you go, the match of today. Just Wang from Hong Kong and Priya Suranga and Jeffrey Shide will assist him from the touchlines. So it's gonna be a cracking game. Just Wang's first game in this Dialogue Rugby League. He will be officiating for both plate segments. And looks like it's all set. We're just 2-3 minutes away from kickoff. So we'll catch you on the other side after a short commercial break. So make sure you stick to www.thepapare.com.
It's almost over. Ain't gonna let it pull me under.
Welcome back to live action here at Valley Sir. Both teams made their way to the park. Justin Bang all ready to kickstart the game. And with the schools rugby just weeks away, we're all on our toes, excited. So hopefully this game can live up for the coming weeks.
Of course, Yusran, hope the school league and the last few weeks of the Dialogue Rugby League won't clash.
No, for sure they won't clash. But we are up for some cracking rugby throughout the next weekends, and we're all looking for it, while Air Force ready themselves to start the game from left to right. Sarit Seniviratna lines up, and it looks like looks ideal conditions for fast running rugby, Faik.
It's going to be exciting stuff going around. Both the teams mostly playing with their backline. And here we go. It's all set and referee blows. It's Air Force underway.
High hanging kick. Looks like Tirusha Adhikaram collects it cleanly. Straight away goes into contact. And Army trying to regroup themselves and settle in. Mohammad Rizvi feeding the forwards with good ball. Working that line there. Radu Kauso carrying the ball forward. Soldiers using their forwards heavy pods, and that's the skipper Pulabe Ratna. Not managing to go past the gain line. Looking to clear their lines. Ashan Bandara finds a ball to boot but doesn't find touch.
No, play on.
Bounces inside.
Play on.
Tuan Pakir collects it. Puts in the pass outside, and Madhushan clears the lines. A good kick. Bounces just inside the in-goal area and goes straight into touch. So good start for Air Force and Army as well.
Of course, what a escape actually from the Air Force wing 3. He just managed to put the ball on the right point to send the ball out from the...
Thank you.
Good awareness shown there by the fullback.
Half a step, thank you.
Sarit Seniviratna putting that good kick. And we have the first line out of the game. And veteran Ashok Jailal will hope that he can get it cleanly.
Blood. Yep, sub off.
Justin Bang
Thank you.
instructing the players
Time
to
off.
stay straight and on their line.
Time
And he stops the clock. Looks like we have a player down, and it looks like the Fijian Radua Kauso.
Seems like an early blow for Air
Yeah, it's a
Force.
blood.
We
You can
are
come
just
back on.
underway. Not even 2 minutes on the clock. And the Fiji player for the Air Force club has been taking out for some blood injury.
It looks like HIA. He's walking out, wobbling his way out rather than walking, but now he looks to be fine off your screens, and play will resume. But the replacement comes in, so Kauso will have to look after himself as we are back with action. Ashok Jailal puts in the throw in and collects it cleanly there. Adhikaram forming that rolling maul right away. Army
Once.
setting things up nicely,
Same maul.
still moving forward,
Entry.
not competing against them. The Airmen need to regroup and marshal the forwards. They're not doing a great job, Air Force, but finally brought down and almost at center field as Army Sports Club force an error, and referee calls back play for an early infringement. So Army doing a good job and showing the skills of the forwards fight.
They've been actually too good on the maul. Air Force didn't have a clue of how to stop them. They've been taking the maul for about 5 to 10 meters ahead, and then Air Force forced to put the maul down, and that brings the penalty in favor of Army. So,
as Gayan Salinder puts ball to boot and finds good touch, takes his team a good 30 meters forward. So now once again we'll see Army playing in the opposition half for the first time, and the Air Force will have to be on their front foot in defense. Jero Dhananjaya and Gayan Tiddamalgoda will have to talk to their back line and the forwards, but a short line out there by Army. Brings back play and Samir Abdullah Singh dots the ball down, knocks it on. So the first attacking move not going right for the soldiers, as the Air Force will be awarded with a scrum just 15 meters short of the centre line.
It was a cardinal error. Should have kept the ball, and
Stability.
I thought they opened
Keep
up
the
the
gap
line
before the set. All right.
center to go through, and then he knocked it out. The scrum is in favor of Air Force. Probably they might look to clear things out from here.
Yes, but Army's intentions are clear. They're looking to run the ball, especially with their heavy
Set.
centers. Samir Bulat Singh and Sovivato rather, and it looks like a high tackle there on the Air Force player, but
Was that a high tackle?
just Wang doesn't see it as Charit Senratna puts in the clearance, but looks like he doesn't find touch. Sudhara Dikkumbura collects the ball cleanly, makes the offload to Gayan Salinder. He goes down straight into contact. And another knock forward there by Ashan Bandara. And Gayan Tidamagoda keeps the ball alive. Seniv Ratna spots the space at the back and he puts in the chip kick now. Tuan Pakit chasing it. Doesn't get there, but Gayan Salinder manages to win possession back for Army, but Air Force force out that penalty. So good play there by Air Force. They are coming right back into the game with a penalty and just short of the 5 meters.
I would clearly say Army's mistakes. Air Force is getting very good opportunity to go through, and seems like they are taking the 3 points rather than going for a touch.
Wise option there by the Airmen. They want to get points on board early as possible. That will definitely boost their morale. So a good option there, and the duties go to Chennai Viratna. But they have other capable kickers as well. They have Gayan Tidamagoda, Tuan Paki can kick as well. So Air Force have their options sorted when it comes to kicking. But another player that's missing in their backline is Jehan Silagama. He's been their go-to man in the centres as Charit Senivratna slots in the 3-pointer.
I would say totally the cost went towards Army is the 2 knock-ons done by the Charit Senivratna, Ashan Bandara and Sudhara Dikkumbura.
Yes, I agree. They have to hold on to the ball, Faik. It's no point attacking if you can't hold on to position. Giving away loose ball is not the right way to go, and I'm sure coach Nihal Vaipa Gunaratna wouldn't be happy there at the stands. But Ferretti Verabula will be a happy man as his team gets first points on board. So Ashan Bandara now to restart the game. Thilna Bandara called for it, but Charit Simratna gets there first. So another opportunity for Air Force to get out of jail. Charles Praveen with a big hit. Takes 3 men to bring him down. Ashoka Jailal there trying to turn the ball over.
Taken back.
But Nuwan Pereira finds Charit Senivratna, who puts in the clearance kick. Doesn't find touch. Collected by Thirusha Adhikaram, and now Sudhara Dikkumbura on the attack. Cuts back inside. He opens up space. Doesn't put in a clean pass, but nevertheless Dhanuka has possession, and now Ashan Bandara offloads to number 22, and that's gonna be the first try of the game. Kasun Madhuranga, 21 rather. That looks like Madhura Bandara, the winger, scoring the first try of the game off a broken play. So all started with Charit Senivratna not finding touch fight.
This is what Army Sports Club is capable of, and the broken play that they find that they can offload the ball, they will send it out the wide, and they have showed what they are capable of and score the try from the Vindri. And now Shan Bandara. Gayan Salinder puts it on and completed the goal, and it's 7 points to 3, Army on lead.
Yes, Gayan Salinder, he has been a standout player for Army. making important conversions and kicks. But right away, Army Sports Club replying to that 3 points scored by Air Force. But little did Charit Senurath know that his missed kick would end up in a try. Credit to Sudarga Dikkumbara, who cut back inside, saw the space, hit the gap, but luckily his wayward pass found Ashan Bandara as Charit once again kickstarts proceedings. Collected cleanly there by Vinod Kumar. He's trying to be held up, but ball is presented nicely at the back of the ruck. Mohammad Rizvi looking for options. Opts to go on his own with the box kick. Doesn't find touch and doesn't find distance as well. Charit Senratna collects it cleanly, but a big hit on him as he collected the ball and wins his team a penalty as number 4, Abe Ratna, looks like he was penalized for going over.
I would say Abe Ratna really did well to put the Air Force man down, but unfortunately he couldn't roll away from the ruck, so Air Force got a penalty in favor of them.
Yes, the rule lies you can't kill the ball, Faik. You can't seal it. You have to stay on your feet. But Abe Ratna not managing to stick to that. So Air Force with another opportunity inside the opposition half. Their first line out of the game. And looks like Parakram Ratnayaka will have to get this throw right, and maybe Air Force could set up a rolling maul and drive their way forward. They do the first part correctly and instantly they make a really good maul moving forward now. Again, a good 10 meters early on, but that's a great counter defense there by Army. They realized that they have to rush in the numbers, with the numbers rather, and force that mixed match. That's Tiruna Bandara breaking away from the back of that maul. Looks like Air Force still have position, trying to play it close using their forwards. Air Force trying to squeeze through the gaps, taking their own time. Charles Praveen still not able to go past gain line. Tiruna Bandara once again. Niroshan Rajanayaka this time. Referee taking a closer look. Just inches short. Tiruna Bandara once again goes under the post but presents the ball. So no try yet. But there's definitely a try coming if Air Force manage to hold the ball. Playing it close. Still great defense here by Army. They're holding their wall strong together. One line defense at its best. Niroshan Rajanayaka digging in for the ball, searching.
Yep.
It wouldn't be a bad option to go for the line. They've been hitting the same places, but this Army wall is not breaking and still not managing to get that, and this time works the line. Nuwan Pereira Gayanthi Damago trying to squeeze through, puts the ball to Tuan Pakir and he scores in the far corner.
What a try it was, Yusran. They've been going through about more than 15 paces and picking up and playing towards. Finally they managed to go from the back line and Tuan Pakir scoring at the far corner for Air Force.
Yes, they played really intelligently, Air Force, I must say. They won that line out, created a really quick rolling maul, moved forward, used the forwards, played it close, hit both sides, used their heavy front row players, Charles Praveen, Niroshan Rajanayaka, and they sucked in the Army defenders and worked the line. So that's a really good play there by Air Force. And they respond in similar fashion. So 8 points now on board with quite a difficult kick from an angle coming, but Charit Senaviratna will look to add the extra 2.
They respond really quickly rather before Army settles out, and they have been taking the lead now with a kick to come.
Gold.
It hits the post and couldn't convert into points. but still Air Force is on lead.
Yes, just 2 points short of that 2-digit number. So a hard kick though. Charit Senratna won't mind it too much, but we've seen 2 points coming to haunt most of the teams this year in the league. So once again Ashan Bandara to restart proceedings.
Stay 16.
High
Stay.
hanging kick. Rajanayaka calls for it. Goes straight into contact. That's Prasanna Madhusankar. Nuwan Pereira feeding Charles Pravin with the ball. Big hit by him. Still on his feet. Offloads to Niroshan Rajanayaka. He's been pushed back by the defenders, but now managing to set things up. Nuwan Pereira looking for the ball. Sends it to Charit Senratna this time. Charit
Back in.
looks like he found touch. No, the ball bounces inside. Jamil collects it. Wins possession
No,
back.
That's fine.
So Air Force with possession and an attempt to attack. Charit Senratna puts ball to boot once again. It looks like went out on the full. So a good passage of play comes to an end by a bad kick. Not what Air Force wanted.
I would say it wasn't a bad option to go for a kick, but couldn't find the right place.
Thank you.
And
Please.
it went out on full. So still the ball is with Army in favor, and they are just short of about 30 meters from the try line.
Yes, Army. We know about their lethal attack. They can penetrate those small gaps, but this time not a clean line out there by Ashok Jailal, but not managing to capitalize on it.
You're playing the ball on the ground.
Tilna Bandara, they're penalized for playing off his feet. You can't do that. He was on the floor already and he tried to play the ball.
Seems like they're overconfident and they're going for the touch. They're looking for points, rather going for just 3 points. They're looking for full 7 points.
Yes, but it would have been a tough kick anyway. Fike,
Yes, coming.
quite a bit of angle, and with the wind conditions blowing 18 kilometers an hour, going for touch does seem like a better option. And this time Ashok Jailal would not want to make any mistakes as he puts it into the back. Upula Beratna, the skipper, collects it now. The forwards going straight, and Sovivoto knocks it on. So knock forward by the Fijian gives away possession for Army, and Air Force will have another chance to get out of jail.
These handling errors are costing out really too much for Army. This is their third knock-on for the game, and it wasn't try. They had a try to score at this point.
Scrum was good. First
Moving
was
forward,
good. Keep it. Yep.
about 2-3
Keep the gap and the stability.
but they knocked it on and give the ball towards Air Force.
Eight's in. Eight's in. Crouch.
Yes,
Bind.
soldiers just not
Set.
able to execute in the level that they were expecting. But Army, Air Force rather, breaking from the back of the scrum and trying to get out of jail. They
Stay
opted
goal.
for the first hit and make it easier for the kicker. Charit Senratna didn't find touch in two occasions, but this time it does it, but doesn't find much of the distance, just 5 meters short of the 22. So Army wouldn't mind having a
bring him
line
on.
out from here.
I would say it's the same distance.
Blue, 23,
as
sub.
Previous line out. Just 3 meters away. Ashok
Hold.
Jailal, the
Hold.
veteran
Hold.
Army player with the ball.
Wait.
They did it right off the line out previously, but unfortunately couldn't
Time on.
work out on their backline move.
Not straight, but gets away with it, and this time Kauso back on the field and collects the ball,
Hold.
but penalized.
Number 1. You're diving over, yeah?
Going
Stay
over
on your
once again,
feet.
Charles Pravin.
Points.
An illegitimate attempt to steal possession, and this time they opt to go for the 3 points from a better angle. So Gayan Salinder confident with his boot.
Number
And
1.
if they get this
You
right,
have to bind onto somebody, yeah? You
they'll
can't fly in
go
like
into
that.
the lead with 10 points on board.
It won't be a hard kick for Gan Salim there. It's all on his range. It's all on his kicking range there. And he takes all his time. Much needed 3 points to take Army to lead.
Really not a good kick there. Knox kicking it from the side of his boot, so doesn't go to plan. As at Havelock Park, we have Havies scoring 7 points already. So CR and FC trailing once again. And down here it's 7 points to 8 in favor of Air Force. So Charit Senibratna with another attempt to take his team out of jail. The drop kick. Good kick. Collects it cleanly from the center field to Shadi Karam to Sudar Dikumbura. He evades one tackler. Doesn't manage to go past the other. But a penalty coming their way. Kauso
Got to be on your feet.
penalized once again. Not
Straight up.
managing to stay on his feet this
Yes.
time as well. Falling on his knees. Clear penalty. So giving away easy possession.
Captain.
Good kick there by
Captain.
Gayan Salinder.
Yeah, that's just 2 penalties in a row.
A lot of distance in that kick, making up for the missed penalty.
I would say if Army couldn't score a try at this point, and if they do another handling error, it will really cost them at the end of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Handling errors and the small mistakes that they make are the things that put teams down morally. Because no matter
That's
how
fine,
hard
yes.
you work, if one player keeps dropping the ball,
That's fine.
it'll affect the whole team. So I think Army wouldn't want that, as Ashok Ujala put in that small, short line out. And Army on the attack. Making that driving maul, but doesn't manage to go straight, as Air Force exerts some really good pressure. And now Ashan Bandara sends it to Sovivato. He presents the ball this time, managing to hold on to it. Loses possession.
ripped out,
Now
play
Air
on.
Force on the attack. Gandhi Dimagura spots the space. Jamil
Knock on it.
knocks it on. Cardinal error there.
It's a knock on.
An opportunity gone, begging for Air Force.
Once again, Gayan Tiddamalgadu was looking for a
Time.
better thumping kick, but it couldn't get it on a right way.
What a kick.
And it seems like referee going for
Time.
a shorter break before the halftime.
Yes,
Okay.
with this tough conditions, officials are instructed to have a short water break every 20 minutes of the game. And Air Force, so far these 20 minutes, they've been on good form,
On the foul.
but just not managing to make those final moves right. And same story with Army. They're not holding on
Even
to
if I have
possession,
seen it and I'm
handling
happy
is
for
letting
it,
them
that's
down.
my decision.
Boila
Keep doing
not
from
managing
in.
to hold on to possession in the center field. Salinder not making his not finding the good kicks.
Both the
Let's
teams
go.
are on top speed, like both the teams are running across, doing everything right, but at the end of the plays, like they can just complete the set.
Yes, and at Havelock Park we have CR
Yes, you're
making their way into the game, scoring a try and converting it to 7 points all there at Havelock Park. A big game for CR.
I'm on.
The arch rivals,
Scrum gold.
Havies,
Yeah, all good so far.
as play resumes here at Valley Surra. Air Force looking to extend their
Keep
lead.
it, Thank you.
You see
Crouch!
Mohammad Rizvi with the ball. And shows
Guys,
some
break it up.
skills the way he
Guys,
can
you're
handle the ball.
not straight. Yeah, can you step
Indeed.
up? Yes, can you
We've
step
seen
up?
him do that
Thank
quite
you.
often. Most scrummers do that.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Yes.
Mohammad Rizvi with a good put in. This time ploy working for Army, and a knock forward once again by Gayan Salinde. So still the bad omen continue for Army, and the Air Force not managing to capitalize from any of it. Comes back to haunt them for sure, but Army's intentions are clear. Their ploys are going according to plan, but those little handling errors costing them a real lot.
The set moves are doing rightly. The players running across and sending the ball out wide, but at some point they losing the ball by dropping it off, or a forward pass, or a mistaken kick, and that costing for their game. And now Air Force with the ball, the possession.
Guys, before the game,
Referee instructing the front row players, and what maybe he's not happy with how the front row players reacts to his calls. So this time around he asked for a re-scrum, and Air Force on the attack. Number 8 breaks from the back. Rosan Mansanka, and Nuan Pereira puts a ball to boot, finds Gayan Salinde, and he makes a run for it. Gets caught up in heavy traffic, and looks like Kauso wins possession for Air Force in a really good position, but I think it was a knock forward there by Gayan Salinde once again. So another scrum in favor of Air Force, and sloppy bit of play here, Faik.
same thing.
Moment Air Force is on
Same
top
thing, keep
of
it gap.
their game. Seems like going for the half time. I would not surprise if Air Force takes the lead for the way the Army is playing.
Yes, I agree.
Bind!
Army would only have to blame themselves. They really have let a lot of opportunities go, as Air Force, on the other hand, showing great composure on the attack. Good running angle there by Tiruna Bandara, but equally well tackled there by Boila. Switching directions now, Nuan Pereira sends it out to Kauso Radua. Gayanthe Damagoda spot space at the back, but overcooks it a little bit and gives away position. So line out from the mark where he kicked it. So Gayanthe Damagoda's kick's not going right for him today, Faik.
Of course, it wasn't an option. Like he got 3 men outside of him.
Thank
on
you.
the left side,
Thank you.
Whereas Army had only 2 players. He could have just sent it out hands by hands to go all the way from the win 3. But he opted to kick. And the decision making was not too good for Air Force.
Exactly, there was a clear overlap there, but opting to go first otherwise was Gayanthe Damagoda, which is now costing him, as
It's just a knock-on advantage.
Jalil put in a good tackle there with the ball, and this time trying to make a run for it. Soldiers counter-attacking.
What is over?
Pushpa Kumar carrying the ball forward as Ashan Mandara offloads it to
Leave it now, you're off your feet.
Still with position, Rizvi to Boila. Boila being tackled there.
No hands!
Still not managing to go past the gain line as Ashan Bandara
Stay! Yes.
puts ball to boot with a high hanging kick. Cleanly collected by Tuan Pakir. Fakes a pass. Puts in the return kick. Mohammad Rizvi lets it bounce. Puts the pop pass to Gayan Salinde as he kicks the ball out on the full once again. Claiming for a late tackle, but it doesn't win it. So Air Force with another opportunity after a sloppy passage of play.
First man, please.
Both the teams are playing very sloppy throughout this 26
Thank
minutes
you,
of the
thank
game.
you.
And now it has been the ball with
Yes.
Air Force for a line out.
Sub.
Seems like we have a replacement coming in
50.
for Army Sports Club.
Yes, Gayan Salinde is being taken off, and Isuru Mathare makes his way in. A rare
More!
Very rare replacement there. Garan Salinda has saved the Army on several occasions, but this time
No, no, no!
Coach Nihal Vaipa Gurunathna opts to go otherwise, while the Air Force, men
No, that's fine!
crashing forward through a driving maul, and the forwards doing a great job there. All 8 of them joining and combining to gain a good 15 to 20 meters. Niroshan Rajanayaka carrying the ball forward. Charles Praveen at the back, trying to crash his way through. Good run by him. Inching close. Radua Kauso
That's fine!
inching close to the try line. Rajanayaka once again carrying the ball inside. Charles Praveen goes in the same angle, gains about a feet in front. Kauso looking to barge his way through, but gets tackled by 2 oncoming defenders. So switching directions now. Nalaga Maduranga carrying the ball forward. Charles Praveen still not able to go past the gain line. Good counter rucking there by Army. They're forcing this Air Force forwards to make an error, but switching directions and playing it close. The Army are doing a great job.
Stay on your feet, Blue! Stay on your feet!
Momentum is still their way. Air Force ever so close to the try line now. Won't be a bad option if they work the line, gaining about 2 meters. Air Force.
That's fine!
The ball is with them and breaking from the back. Still not able to go past the whitewash. Darushka Pushpakumara knocks it.
Knock on.
Not a good play there. Cardinal error there by Abhishek Fernando. Really unacceptable fight.
Of course. It was a clear try, seems to have for Air Force. Like just way too much pick and goes done by the Air Force men. They could have just sent it out ball for the 3 quarters. Could have easily scored a try as previous try what they did.
Yes, they should have just repeated what they did earlier. Should have trusted their backs more.
Is he okay?
Forward 8.
Yeah.
Real good opportunity, golden opportunity gone begging. And the only thing that happened from there is that the forwards was fatigued. They tired themselves, and hopefully they won't run out of gas before the game. Referee having a bit of word with both the forwards of both teams.
They would have easily done what they did previously the way they scored, but unfortunately they went too much trusting their forwards and couldn't send the ball out for the back line.
Crouch!
It has given the opportunity
Fine!
to Army
Set!
to get out of jail.
Yes, the Armin's backline has been reliable, but today with Gandhi Damalguda's boot not being on par, maybe the forwards were in a bit of doubt as Charit Ratna puts in a good kick, chases his own and wins position once again. Kauso
10 meters, you gotta get up.
not staying within the 10-meter
Offside,
range
10
and
meters.
making that tackle there. So penalty given awarded to Army. Both teams conceding and leaking penalties, which is ruining the continuity of the game for Ike.
To talk about Gandhi Damalguda's switch, I was really surprised to see it. Army's the main playmaker. Speaking about Gan Salinder. I think Coach Viper has decided it's not the day for him. Like he just took him off and replaced him with another player.
Yes, I think
Blue, on me, please. This
he
is the
has
mark.
an injury. He's carrying an
Thank
injury
you.
as well in his left leg. Maybe that's why he was taken off so early in the game. But Tilna Bandara this time collecting it cleanly and now working the line. Air Force. Kauso makes a good break. 3 men to bring him down. Puts in the offload. Knocks back, says the referee. So play will continue. Nuwan Bandar to Ganthi Damagoda to Charles Praveen. Nirochan Rajanayaka cutting back inside was Tuan Pakir. Tilna Bandar in the corner. Support arrives a tad bit late, but still possession given away. Army on the attack. Isuru Madagedera cuts back inside, tries to hold on to the possession, and now Army will look to clear their lines and play in the opposition half, which is what any team would want to do.
Use it!
Mohammad Rizvi barking instructions to his forwards. He's trying to play the two pods and suck in Moe Amin, allowing his backline to have space.
Take it back.
Nashan Mandar with a thumping kick but doesn't find touch. Charit Senratna running the ball. Tuan Pakir arrives in the form of support, and that's definitely holding on. So there you go, another penalty. The story of the game, Faik. Kicking, collecting, running and holding on. So that's been it so far for the 32 minutes here at Velisara as referee stops the clock as we have two players injured.
You forgot one thing, Yusran, also knock-ons from the players. They've been doing so much of handling errors, and we see one Army player is down with a serious injury. The doctors and the medical staff is on the ground. I'm just curious to know who is this player of Army.
And there you go, 10 years of sharing the passion. ThePapare.com brings you live action, news, scores, photos, stats and analysis across 30 plus sports in all three languages, being Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, standing tall for all the sports in Sri Lanka. ThePapare.com has been doing a tremendous job for all sports fraternities throughout these 10 years, and we raise the glass for another 10 more successful years to come.
Time on.
As we see the Army player being stretched off, it looked like Danuka Vijay Tilaka, and the Army in a good position once again,
On the line.
just inside the opposition half.
So we are on to the last 8 minutes of the first half as per our clock, but it all matters. This is the second turnover ball from the Air Force. For surprising to see, they've been countering, and there goes the Fiji player, and he got a support playing outside, and he tries to go on his own and brings him down.
But referee allows play to continue, so knockback says him, and Nuwan Bandara switches directions, going straight into contact. Nirochan Rajanayaka. Charles Praveen going straight into the defender as Kauso comes in support. Charit Senratna attempts to go for the drop goal, and it looks successful. So 3 points added and extended total here for Air Force. 11 points up now.
What a way to bring that 3 points for Air Force. Charit Senratna. He saw it was like straight on his way and just pointed out. And that's the man who came all across for about 40 meters. The Fijian player for Air Force, Radua Kauso.
Yes, he's the one who created it, broke through that gap, saw the space, sprinted his way, offloaded to the incoming supporter, and that's how it was all created as Ashan Bandara kicks, restarts the game. Madhushan Silva, good run there by him, gains a good 5 meters. Charles Praveen goes straight into contact. The Amin looks pumped up now. Nuwan Bandara opting to go on his own with the box kick. High hanging kick. Collected cleanly there by
No hands!
Isuru Madagedera.
Leave him.
Army now on the attack. Good run there by Sudhar Dikkumbura. He has a lot of pace in him as Ashan Bandara looks for options, trying to dance his way through, but gets caught up in heavy traffic. So trying to set things up now Mohammad Rizvi sending the ball to the fresh legs there. The try scorer Madhura Bandara in the corner doesn't manage to gain much yards. This time the big forwards Dilip and Niroshan going straight into contact. Bandara to the lock forward Tirusha Adhikaram. Once again opting to go on his own but just loses his stepping. Boila in the blind side. That looks like a clear holding on.
Over there, over there, over there.
So referee awards a penalty in favor of Air Force.
I would say he didn't have any other option, rather holding on. He didn't have any support coming on for Army.
Yes, support arrived really late.
3 minutes.
And Boila trying to have a squeeze ball, which is legal. You
But I
can
would-
squeeze the ball through your legs, but he just fell over it.
All what he did was legal. I would say the Air Force player who did really well to take the ball turnover.
Thank you.
Give all the credit for the Air Force player.
Yes, I agree. That was Jalil there. Grabbed him on by his upper body and tried to snatch the ball away.
4.
Good bit of play there. And off your
Now we play, we
screens, we have the Air Force flank, Abhishek Fernando there on the ground being treated, but he's back on his feet.
4 men. 4. 4.
Air Force has opted to go for a short line out.
Looks like Tilna Bandara will claim it, and they do so cleanly. And now Gandhi Dama got an inside ball to Jalil.
Oh, on side
He's
of
been
that.
tackled there by Boila, and Radu Wokausa
Playing advantage.
crashing his way through. Nuan Bandara spots the space. Is it overcooked? Bounces just inside and ball still alive. Trying to keep it in play. Air Force does a good job. And they win a penalty for an offside infringement by Army. So they have another opportunity to get points on board. It looks from a really kickable distance. 40 meters away. And straight away Ganatidama got a points at the post.
I would say Air Force is urgently waiting for a win over here. And they've been doing all their hard work. They've been running across, hitting their tackles very hard from the beginning. And now they really want points, rather they're going for line out.
Yes, they're playing a really smart game of rugby here. Air Force. Charlie Senratna is a really able kicker. And Army Sports Club will only have to blame themselves for this first half trail that they are in, which is totally on them for knocking the ball and for their handling errors and penalties conceded. Sharit looks like a good kick, has the direction, but not accurate. So 3 points gone begging. Still 11 points to 7. Air Force on the lead.
I would say the chance they took was really good option.
play.
Rather,
Tell them.
he just went for a line out. He had the distance, but
last play.
couldn't find the
Last
direction
play.
actually.
And now Ashan Mandara with a 22-minute dropout.
Of course, Army will look for a lead to go for lemons before lemons.
And he kicks it on the full,
Straight
so
out.
it'll be a scrum down from where he kicked the ball in the 22. Nothing going Army's way so far, Faik.
So many mistakes. Whatever they do, it turns ending up in a mistake, isn't it, Yusran?
Yes.
Yes, and
No, there has
At-
to be a restart.
Havelock Park with just a little under 2 minutes to go. Both teams are neck on neck with 7 points. And here Air Force
Crouch!
with a surprising lead.
Bind.
And as you said earlier,
Set.
they're really craving for a win after losing 13 games in the league. So Air Force now breaking from the back. Madhusha Bandara, Nuan Bandara now sends it to Jalil. He cuts back
Contest.
inside and Straight
I got
away,
it,
the
advantage.
assistant referee has his flag up, indicating for a high tackle in the corner. So an advantage coming Air Force way as Gandhi Damagula sends the ball to Jero Dhananjaya. Jero carries it forward and now 5 meters short of the white Bosch. Nuan Pereira looking for options, goes to the blind side. Gayant Hiddamagura once again opts to go for his boot,
Number 30.
but he knew he had an advantage coming for sealing by the Army player, and I'm sure they will go for a touch.
They've been doing their lineouts really well. They've been turning around the Army lineout as well on few occasions. So that's a good option, just being 5 meters away from the try line. Now it's a really opportunity to Air Force to extend their lead before halftime.
Yes, definitely, and their quick transformation to the rolling ball will be of so much help if they can get it right here with a 5 meter shot. And Radua joins the mall, and he's carrying the ball now as they have their numbers and they are moving forward. And looks like a try being scored there. And the man carrying up forward looks to be Niroshan Rajanayaka.
That meant everything for Air Force. That meant everything for Air Force. Now they're on lead at the halftime with a kick to come. They did all their hard work, everything right, and the mistakes cost for Army.
He fell down, but he didn't collapse.
Air Force on score 16 points to 7 with a kick to come.
Yes.
Yes, at the brink of halftime, Air Force score the all-important try. And what a way to end the first half with a good lead. But this won't be the best cushion that they want, or this won't allow them to relax. So they'll have to keep their head in the game in the second half as well and maintain this lead as Tarithin Ratna puts in a good kick from the corner. So 7 points just as the first half comes to a close. And Air Force in the lead with 18 points on board. 2 tries, 1 drop goal and a penalty to bring up 18 points in total, with Army trailing at 7 points in this first half. So we'll catch you with the second half action on the other side. Make sure you stay logged to www.thepapare.com. We'll catch you in 10 minutes with more thrilling action. Stay tuned.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data තියෙනවා කියන්නේ ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්. මාස් ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්නම ඕනි කෝල් එක. සර් මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ. ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න. ඒකේ calls data දෙකම unlimited.
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්නම ඕනි පැකේජ් එකක්.
Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves, only from Crescent.
අපේ ගෙදර හැමෝටම ඉන්ටනෙට් ඕනේ. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි රවුටරේ නිසා ගෙදරදි කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් ගියත් පැකේජ් එක එකයි. ඒත් ගෙදරින් එළියට ගියාම හැමෝටම පැකේජ් එක අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්ද? Hey බැරි. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් පැකේජ් එක තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවේ කොහේ ගියත් රවුටරේ ගෙදර තියෙද්දි ගෙදර හැමෝටම එකම පැකේජ් එකෙන් වෙන වෙනම ඉන්ටනෙට් යන්න පුළුවන් එකම ක්‍රමය. මොබිටෙල් වයිෆයි ප්ලස් විතරයි. ඒ විතරක් නෙමේ. එක බිලයි කනෙක්ෂන්ස් ගොඩයි.
Get with the global Pulsar mania now and upgrade to the new and improved Pulsar 200 NS from David Peary's Motor Company Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites, only from Crescent.
අන්ලිමිටඩ් කෝල්ස් අන්ලිමිටඩ් ඩේටා තියෙනවයි කියන්නේ ඕනම ගේමක් ගහන්න පුළුවන් මාස ඒක ආන්සර් කරන්න ඕනි කෝල් එක සර් මෙහෙම මාස්ටර් ප්ලෑන් එකක් ඇවිල්ලත් නැහැ ආයේ එන්නෙත් නැහැ ඉක්මනට මොබිටෙල් මාස්ටර් පැකේජ් එක දාගන්න ඒකේ කෝල්ස් ඩේටා දෙකම අන්ලිමිටඩ්
Unlimited calls, unlimited data, only with Mobitel Master Unlimited Package.
මේක ගන්න ඕනි පැකේජ් එක
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිතදාස ඇඩ්මොරටුව පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
Mukadadasa Indoor Stadium is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Kurunagala City Atugal Puravare
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
Final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොරණරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Welcome back for live action from the www.papare.com. The second half action of Air Force versus Army, and Air Force is on lead as the Army started off things for the second half. From the beginning itself, we saw a knock on. Now, the ball is in favor of Army. Air Force is on a very comfortable lead, taking on Army from 7 points to 18 at the halftime.
Guys, let's keep.
But still, we know Army is a good team who can come back strong and make damages to the opposition team. Now Mohammad Rizvi with the ball to feed the scrum. Dhanak Vijaytilaka breaks in and gets the first hit, settling things off for Army. And now Mohammad Rizvi send it out again to the forwards, and they are gaining more yards. There we go, see. Again, they send out ball to Ashan Bandar. Ashan Bandar to the Fiji player, and he breaks 2-3 plays in, and still the ball is with Army. And now they are into their fifth pace. A good tackle by the Charles Praveen from Air Force. That gains a few meters back, but still a penalty in favor of Army. Mohammad Rizvi takes it back so quickly. Quick tap taken. And Sudarshan Dipuro goes wide around and cuts it back in. Will he scores? No, still the ball is with Army. Sending out ball. Ashan Bandar saw the space and he goes under the post. He's cutting back for more than 3 players. How good is this player? That is what Ashan Bandar can make the damage for the Air Forceman. That's the first try as it starts. What a try by Ashan Bandar.
Stepping, evading 4 defenders, 4 tacklers, stepping his way and dancing his way over the whitewash. So great start from the sports club here in the second half at Vaisara. What a great start for Ashan Bandar in the second half. Evading 4 defenders, scoring an all-important try for his team. But he looks to be exhausted with this humidity level and heat that's burning, scorching sun here at Vaisara.
And the kicks look good as well. Now it's 14 points to 18. Still Army trailing, but what a way to start. And the points been completed by Surumadagara. It was all Ashan Bandara who did the magic for Army. He was sidestepping about more than 4 players, dancing around from the right corner to left corner. He went through and scored the try for Army.
Yes, he's been doing that consistently and regularly for Army Sports Club. He's been their number one go-to man on attack, and he's been proving himself to the selectors since last year's league. As Sarit Senratna puts a deep kick straight into the hands of Dhanuka to Rizvi, who puts in the clearance kick but doesn't find much distance, just takes his team outside the 22. So Air Force still with a chance to reply to that try.
At the moment, still Air Force is with lead, and a good time for Air Force to fight back and put some more pressure towards Army. And they have been too good with the lineup, but it wasn't the clear one. I think it's a commentator's curse, as I said. And Rizvi is looking forward to set things off to Isur Madagar to clear things off. Seems like he goes on his own with the box kick, put it thumping up. Good pressure comes in, but managed to take it off clearly.
Calm down.
Seems like referee spotted a mistake.
He
Early
just
tackle.
touched him.
Tackle on, yeah, it
It's
seems.
just a penalty. Yes, in the air.
So Army conceding another penalty.
It's just
Maybe
slight
scoring
contact, so
some
it's just a
points, but
penalty.
they are bad indiscipline, still making them pay. Conceding penalties is not a good sign at all for Army. They're handling errors and penalties letting them down. And the score's still level at Havelock Park. 7 points all, with CR just missing out on a great opportunity. Havies rather. And Charlie Brown officiating that game. Adhikaram collects it cleanly, and now Tilna Bandara collects it cleanly, and on the attack now. Army looks like they turn the ball over, so Thirush Adhikaram doing a great job for the soldiers, but holding on to possession is key for Army as they're still moving forward.
Release,
Good 20
bro.
meters gained, and now Mohammad Rizvi will send the ball to Ashan Bandar. Not a good pass, but cleanly collected there, and cutting back inside. Good run there by Dhanuka. He puts in the chip kick and chasing the ball. Dhanushka Talwat just losing possession and opting to go for the kick and misses it by a mile there.
Nothing.
Ashan
Off the foot.
Madhura Bandara, and now they will want to get out of jail. Air Force. Charit Senratna finds a ball to boot but keeps the ball alive. Dhanuka Vijay Tilaka sends it to Mahesh Veerasinghe, and now Sudarak Dikkumra cuts back inside. He has some exhilarating pace, evading 5 tacklers now, still on his feet, running forward. Good break by him, no one in front of him, one man to beat, just loses possession, and number 4 Tirusha Adhikaram will score. A wonderful try created by Sudaraka Dikkumbura. Well worked try. Adhikaram scoring, but all the hard work done there by Sudarak Dikkumbura, and Adhikaram was a fortunate receiver, I would say, going over to get his name on the scorecard.
What a run by Sudhar Dikkumra. I would wish to see a replay on it. Unfortunately, but we are not having the setup for it. What a run by Sudhar Dikkumra. Started about 60 meters back from the left corner, and he came around beating almost the whole Air Force team. What a try for Air Force Army. They've been on boost from the start of the second half.
Yes, the wise words from the man himself, Nihal Baipa Gunaratna, may have gotten to the heads of the soldiers, and Sudhar Dikkumbura started from one corner, ended his run in the other, and giving his team an opportunity to take the lead. So Mahesh Veerasinghe now will replace Gayan Sal on Madagada as that is Isur Madagada will line up to take this conversion. but it drifts to the left, so not able to add the extra 2, but still managed to go to the lead with 19 points on board Army Sports Club. A great start for them in the second half.
What a comeback from Army. What a comeback, I would say. They was too strong from the start of the second half itself. It was all individual brilliance, I would say. At first it was Ashan Bandar and now it's Sudarga Dikkumura. And seems like Air Force is slowing things down. They are walking to the kick-off lines, to the center field. Charit Senviratne with the ball.
Yes, that's how you let go of momentum and distract the other team. You slow them down. And the Air Force doing just that.
Release!
As Kauso Radua tries to hold Danuko Vijay up. Now Mohammad Rizvi looking to feed his forwards. Finds Ashok Jailal. But Jailal not able to go past the gain line.
Use it!
Finds Madhur Bandara in the short side. He puts in the chip kick but doesn't find anybody. A missed kick that was. And it looks like Army have won possession once again. And Mohammad Rizvi looks like he's down injured.
First man, please.
So slight step over the line,
Thank you.
resulting in a line out for Army.
Hold.
Ashok Jailal puts it in, collected cleanly there by Tirusha Adhikaram, the try scorer. Slowly moving forward. Army, momentum with their side. They look unstoppable in the first 10 minutes, and a good break by Jailal, former national cap. He carries the ball forward. Ashan Bandar, they have numbers out wide. Sudarga Dikkumra once again in the corner. Boila, good tackle there on him by the defender. Bundled him into touch, and Air Force with an opportunity to get out of trouble. But what a start by Army. They are on the front foot, they are attacking, and they've realized that the best way to defend is to attack.
Of course, at this move also I would say there's nothing wrong. They're going to the far corner. That's what they had to do. They put the pressure towards the Air Force. And now they feel the pressure already. They're slowing things down. See, when the line is, jumpers are ready, but the thrower was not focused at all.
Yes, trying to be cheeky here, Air Force. A good throw in. Nuan Bandara thought he had space, but got caught up in heavy traffic. Finds Charit Senviratne, who puts a big kick.
Yes.
And Mr. Magic is under it. He tries to run for it. Evades one tackler. Gets caught in the other. Still with possession, Army Sports Club moving forward. Jailal carrying the ball. Good run by him. Equally well tackled. Bandar, Boila cuts back inside. Takes 2 men to bring him down. Rizvi, spot space at the back. Good chip kick there. Grubber there. Collected cleanly by Jalil. He doesn't find touch, so once again Rizvi fakes the pass. Goes in the blind side. Sends the ball out wide now. A wayward pass there, but regrouping Adhikaram. Sends the ball out wide, and referee has his hand up for an advantage coming Army's way. A knock forward. Slight knock forward then. Adhikaram still with ball in hand. Sends it to Madhagedra, who cuts back inside.
Release now!
Gets away with it, and Boila carrying the ball forward. Support needs to arrive. They come in late, but nevertheless still possession with the soldiers. Army creating momentum, creating some sense of urgency here. What they should have done throughout the first half, they're making amends to it now, and it's paying off well for them here. Using their forwards, using the backs, and a knock forward by Rizvi loses possession. So still those slight handling errors coming to haunt them as Air Force will play in their own half yet again.
I would say Rizvi was so sure of the ball, he wasn't even looking at the ball when we hold it to find his men to pass it off, and that made him not sit on the ball.
Yes, but credit has to go to the Armin as well. They were troubling the counter ruckers and Rizvi as well.
Just outside.
The referee stops the clock to take a look at some injured players. Try scorer Adhikaram is on the ground as he starts
subs coming on.
Play.
Subs, bring them on.
And we see some fresh legs coming into the park.
Subs both teams.
From the beginning of the half-time, we'd see Air Force is not that settled out team. They've been struggling to defense, they've been struggling to put their chips kicks at the right point. We'll see if we got another 30 minutes more to go on the half-time, second half rather.
Yes, but
break it up, guys.
Air Force will have to up their game. Their first half performance not that quite convincing, and it definitely won't be enough for them to pull off a thriller here at Valisara. But they are in it still. They are fighting for it. They have to get the executions right. Have to hold on to possession, and Army as well. They have to hold on to possession. The execution is better than what they did in the first half, but still those slide knock forwards letting the team down.
I would say still the game is open for both the teams.
Definitely, with just 55 minutes gone, a victory is up for grabs with just a point separating the two teams, and looks like a deliberate knock forward.
Be careful.
And the referee spots it on the spot, so a penalty
Number
in
9
favor of Air Force, and these are the kind of infringements that
over here
Army would not want to concede. They've leaked quite a few penalties than they expected in the first half. A little more than 10 penalties for sure, which is not a good sign at all for Army, and they just keep making the same mistake here in the second half.
And Charit Senviratne finds a beautiful touch, gaining about 40 meters from his try zone. I wouldn't be surprised if Army can steal this ball away. They've been doing it throughout the game. I saw about 3-4 times they've been doing. And now it's another chance to Air Force to secure the ball, but it will be a good contest. And the short man line out, only 4 players. And we see the ground is filling up with the supporters for both the teams. As I said, Army stole the ball, and now again it's Tukubandar goes in. And Mohammad Rizvi Marshall is man, sending the ball out soon, but it wasn't a clear ball.
Taking out the 9.
Refs is spotted off for another deliberate knock on. He asked play to bring back.
Offside.
As I expected, Army has been doing throughout the game. They've been stealing out the lineouts from the airmen. What I actually feel is Yusran, they've been reading their lineout codes probably.
Exactly, that's what's happened for Air Force. They've become predictable by the soldiers. So nothing going right for them here in the second half. Really on the front foot now.
First man
Army.
first.
And we see there's a change for Air Force as well. Jason Karnaratne, former Pete Wright, and Sri Lankan under 20 junior national team side player scrum half has come to the field to play scrum half for Air Force.
Yes, he is quite a talented young player. Showed his skills in the previous encounter last 2 weeks back.
Leave him.
And he's recovering from an injury, but he's really vocal, and that's what stands out for him, and that's what makes him special.
Outside.
Nevertheless, Air Force still need to do a lot of work if they are to get a win here. As Charit Srinivaratne not finding touch. And Isrumadagedara, great running lines by him. Carried the ball a good 45 meters forward. Now on the attack, Danushka still on his feet. Scored some scintillating tries this season. As Army on the attack. Buddhi Srimanta carrying the ball forward. Ashan Bandar to Danushka. Danushka Talwatta bumping off one. Not managed to get off the other. Great counter-rucking here by Air Force. Great pressure and they turn it over. Gayanti
No, 15! No!
The box kick and no one in front of Charit Srinivaratne. He should have recollected it. Should have made a better effort. And looks like referee says it was an illegitimate chase.
Yes, I think the kicker was Gayanti Damalgoda, but Charit Srinivaratne was in front of the kicker and he charged and referee spotted right away. Seems like Ashok Jailal wants points and someone else says let's go for the line out, and from there let's roll it off since there's nothing wrong with their line out. And yes, they're going for the line out.
Madhegedara takes Army just a little less than 5 meters, just a little over 5 meters away from the whitewash.
One step. Thank you.
It's going to be a tough task for Air Force to hold them on.
I would say the ground is fully packed out with the Army supporters and the Air Force supporters.
Yes, we have a good number of supporters coming from
side!
cheering their teams on.
Advantage!
Army on the attack, but not a good maul. Disturbed there by the Army, and looks like referee spot another infringement, number 7 coming from the side, he says. So that's Abhishek Fernando, the culprit, conceding a penalty for his side. And Mohammad Rizvi looks like he wants to play it quick.
For number 7.
But I think a line out wouldn't
in this area.
A bad option. It's just a small kick away.
Seems like more discussions going on. The Army team players. Some says let's go for the touch. Some says let's go for the scrum.
Yeah.
And some says let's take a quick tap.
And I think they're readying themselves for a quick tap. They want to play it quick. No, but he's going for the touch, and I think that's the really wise option to do. From the 5 meters, just make that form that rolling maul, exert pressure, move forward, score the try, job done. That's how it has to be. So Rizvi,
I really feel Air Force won't contest for the line out. They will just stay down and try to hold the. Yes, as I thought, they've been doing it. Now that's the pressure comes from the Air Force, but still they're rolling out and they're pushing forward. Will they go under? No, it's still they see things out.
Yes, the transition was there, but couldn't move forward, and the rolling maul collapsed, and now they have to work the line. Air Force, Army, Ashok Jailal slicing through that gap. Now Rizvi with a cheeky little pass to the blind side, and still with possession, and stolen there by Charles Praveen. Well done by the prop forward, winning position for his side, as Charit Srinivaratne, Gayanti Damalgoda rather this time, kicks his team out of trouble, but once again into the 5 meters. So this will be a second chance for Army to redo what they missed just a few minutes ago.
But what a turnover ball from Charles Praveen. He was like onto the ball at the right time before the support players comes for the Army player. Unfortunately, the clearing kick was not that good by Gayanti Damalgoda. But nevertheless, it's fine just to get out of the jail.
Yes, Not a convincing kick, but talk about that turnover by Charles Previn. You don't see a prop forward doing that often. He got down there in a flash, won the ball, and saved his team from a near 7-pointer. But however, Army will have another go as referee calls in water. So it's the 60th minute, and like I said earlier, every 20 minutes the players are given water breaks as play resumes, with Army having a line out just a meter short of the 5-meter line.
Thank you. Make sure your jumper is at the front when he comes down.
Seems like
Yeah,
now
in front.
Air Force is looking forward to contest. And Ashoka Jailal with the ball.
Taken it short there by Ashok Jailal. Now making those inroads to the try line. Army Sports Club nearing and inching through, and they go over. Looks like the new fresh legs that come onto the park. Scoring an all-important try. Dhammika Wevage scoring an all-important try for his team. Breaking from the back of that rolling maul, spotting the gap and diving over the try line. Just the way it has to be done. So second time lucky here, Army Sports Club. Slowly but surely gaining the upper hand in this game.
I would say Air Force didn't have a clue like which side to go. And now Isuru Madagedara to complete the try. Looking forward for the next 2 points. He takes his aim. He takes his time. Army's pumped up. That kicks went through for me. Yes, it is. Referee confirms it. That's 7 points for Army. Isuru Madagedara. He has been on form today.
Yes, nicely done there from the touch lines. Great kick there. A difficult angle with the wind blowing against him. Manages to add the extra 2 and complete the 7 points for Army Sports Club. So 26 points now, extending their lead by 8 points. So Air Force will have to score twice before they can regain the lead, as Charit puts in a deep kick collected there by Dhanuka Vijay Tilaka. He goes straight into contact, and now Rizvi with the box kick from the back of that rock. Gayantiddama got under it, safe hands there. Fresh legs coming to the park. Madhushan Silva, and now running straight Jero Dhananjaya. Jason Karnaratna trying to sneak his way through. Radu Kauso doesn't manage to gain much yards, but go passes the gain line. Parakrama Ratnayaka in the far corner now. Tuan Pakir. As Air Force win themselves a penalty.
Number 3, be careful.
Air Force needs points. Gayanti Tamaguri is going for the touch.
Offside.
And he finds a decent touch just 5 meters away from the try line.
That's Ishara Madhushan there, fresh legs in the park. And straight away he puts in a deep kick, a really good kick, and what a great position any forward would like to be in.
Get them on you, please.
Air Force with a golden opportunity created there by Ishara Madhushan. have to get this right, Air Force.
I'd be surprised if Army turns over this ball.
Jason Karnaratne that
No play.
not able to stay on his feet and win that ball. That was Abhishek Fernando rather. Should have stayed on his feet and go for the try. This time inching close. Still not over it though. They managed to go. They will opt to go in the short side, and that's exactly what they do. No more space there, so they will try to work their way over the try line. Jason Karnaratne digging for the ball, feeds his forwards with it. Good line speed by Army. Good defense coming. Radu Akauso from the back doesn't manage to go past the gain line. This time Charles Praveen looking to crash his way through. Takes two men to bring him down. Just inches away. Over the 5-meter line they go, Air Force. A penalty thrown away there. Sealing the ball. Tirina Bandara giving away a definite try scoring opportunity and lets it go through the drains in vain for Air Force.
Referee says coming over from the ruck, isn't it, Yusran? And what a way to turn over the ball for Army. Much needed time for Air Force to get the points on board. They are just 7 points trailing. If they would have scored this try, they would have equaled the points.
They're 8 points trailing, 26 points to 18, and that's what I said earlier. They'll have to score twice if they want to regain the lead, and that's exactly what Army was hoping for, as Isuru Madhigedara put in a good kick, but doesn't find much of distance. Takes his team just 10 meters short of the 22 line. So Army, so much more work to do for them with just over 10 minutes on our clock. Turned over this time.
Knock on who? Okay.
An advantage coming Air Force way. Referee has his hand up.
Hold. Knock on over there. Knock on this
Looks
way.
like the assistant referee.
Here.
The assistant referee coming
Over there.
in to add on to the referee's decision. So he says he spots a previous infringement from the line out with the Army knocking it on. So Army will get another chance to get out of trouble and counter attack.
Ashoka Jalal wasn't happy from the line out throw. He was looking at the linesman. Seems it was a knock on pointed out from him, but good, the linesman spotted out as well. And now the score is in favor of Army. They might look to clear things out, or else I would be surprised if they opted to run from this point.
Okay, these two.
They made their intentions clear. They want to run the ball for sure, and they want to get more points on board. Army Sports Club has some great runners, the likes of Ashan Bandara, Sudhar Dikumbara, Isuru Madhigedara, and Madhur Bandara as well. And that's exactly what Isuru Madhigedara does. Great tackle there by the little man Jason Karnaratne.
How is that tackle for a little man? Just left school and the smallest man on the park, and taking the Sudhar Dikumbara.
Lost forward.
And that's another nippy running from the Air Force.
Yes, pouncing on the loose ball. Gayant Idamagoda taking the ball forward, and now Charles Praveen trying to spark something up. Ishar Madhushan switching directions. Gayant running laterally. Pops the ball up for Kauso, who had no other option than going straight into contact. The Air Force being pushed back here by Army. Great defensive skills shown here. Ishar Madhushan to Tilna Bandara. And in the far corner,
use it!
Trying to set things up. Opting to go in the blind side but switches directions. Jason Karunaratne knocks it on, but looks like it fell off to the back, so play will continue as Jihan Seelegama makes his way to the park, and with the first touch, not gaining much yards as Ashok Jailal snatches the ball from that ruck, and looks like Air Force win it once again.
Get away, Gold!
So
play.
Ball coming out loose, and Kauso tackled there by Madhura Bandara, and great skills here, great passage of play, both teams running the ball. Niroshan Rajanayaka going straight.
Roll away, Goal!
Lot more work to do here by the Airmen. Bodies thrown all over the field. They have the numbers in the line, Air Force. But breaking from the base, Kauso Radua scores the try for Air Force. Just beside the post, nicely done, cheeky stuff there. He saw the space, stretched out, collected the ball from the back, and burst straight through to score the try. Radua Kauso. So he narrows the gap between the two teams, and Charit Seniviratna will have to score, and it looks like the replacement Nuan Pereira, the scrum half, will take up the kicking duties.
Air Force supporters have been pumped up after that score. Kauso Radu was extremely good. Army defenders had no clue, and the kick seems okay, and the referee confirms it, and now they are just 1 point behind Army. What a game it's going to turn out to be.
Yes, the flags go up as Air Force just 1 point short of Army. 25 points to 26 in the lead, the Soldiers.
We are just 6 minutes away from the game, and Army is leading with just 1 point. What would be Army's thought, Ruzran?
Army would definitely want to just hold on to possession and slow the game down with just 6 minutes remaining. But of course they'd want to score more points. Every opportunity they get to counter attack or attack, in that case, they would definitely score. And Air Force, on the other hand, they definitely should not go for the ball. They should not definitely kick the ball away. They shouldn't throw possession away, and they will want to keep the ball with them as Jason Karunaratne collects the ball from the restart, and he keeps Air Force on the attack.
And in my point of view, Yusran, I would say Air Force should not do any mistakes in their zone that can consider penalties towards Army. For sure they would opt to go for 3 points from that point itself.
Yes, definitely. And if you want to take an in-depth look at all the stats, what took place in the Dialogue Rugby League, you can go to ThePapare.com Stats Center, the accurate and real-time gazette of the Dialogue Rugby League. The numbers, results and fixtures are all up here at stats.thepapare.com, the premium medium for facts and figures, so you can all log on there and take a look, especially in this game as well. You can find all the numbers you want as Air Force now on the kick position away, like I said earlier, and now Madhura Bandara with possession tries to run on his own, but didn't have enough space there as Chameda Silva makes his way to the field and carries the ball forward, and an easy penalty, easy kick for them, and Air Force just with a nightmare conceding penalty.
Didn't I tell you, Zan, didn't I tell you? If Air Force did a mistake at this point, and of course Army will go for 3 points to gain more lead to secure their position. They are just 3 minutes underway to the full time.
You've got to take the kick in 90 seconds.
once again, it's the man Isuru Madagedara. He was decent with his kick throughout the day, and of course, this is on his range to gain extend their points by another 3.
Yes, really kickable distance and from an easy angle considering the last kick he made from the far corner. So if he gets this right, they'll move up to 29 points, meaning Air Force will still have to score one try if they want to win this game. And that looks spot on. So the flags go up as Isuru Madagedara slots in another 3-pointer.
Yep.
Seems like now Air Force is charging out faster. And now they are so urge of scoring the try to gain more points. And that's a knock-on from
Advantage, Blue.
Army. And the ball is with Air Force. Jason Connor comes, run faster. And Ithamar going to pass it out. And he dummies through. Still the ball is secured with the Air Force backline.
Jason
Advantage
switches
over.
directions now. Offside, it looked like the offside, but Air Force getting away with it. Still going on the same directions. Gayanthi Demagoda sends the ball to Tuan Packet. He goes straight into contact. Ball still in play for Army. Jehan Silagama bundled into touch.
It's a knock on.
And looks like he knocked the ball on.
1 minute. Nope, it's a knock on. It's a knock on. Yes. 1 minute. 1 minute. Time off.
And what a game it turned out to be.
Senior
Yeah, into
forwards.
the last few minutes of the game.
Time is off. One minute, yes. Yes, your scrum. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
And referee has stopped the clock for a few injuries.
Yeah.
And we see on the screen Mohammad Rizvi,
Second row.
the Army scrum half, the playmaker for Army, doing a great things
sharp,
throughout
yeah.
this league.
Stay sharp.
He has been a veteran player
Yep.
for a few
Let's
years
go.
for Army.
Time on when the scrum starts.
And now just minutes away from the full time.
On the 5, sorry guys.
Yes, it's a do-or-die situation
Marcus,
here for Air Force. This will be one of their last opportunities they get into the opposition territory. And
Time
they
on
will
when
have
the
to put
scrum starts.
a lot of pressure in this scrum, try to regain possession, win the ball, and then spark something up and score a try.
Guys, keep the gap. Alright. Wait for my call. Yes. Time on. Crouch. Bind.
I would say Army would try to keep the ball with them rather kicking it out. They will try to run from their own zone. They just want to secure their ball, secure the positions. The gut from the small lad Jason Conrad is really exceptional. And the ball to Ashok Jalal. He tries to run on his own. And the support players comes in and sending out the ball. Rizvi again.
Army on the attack, still with possession. Air Force defense holding on, but really good counter-rucking here.
Get away,
They're
Blue,
trying
get
to
away.
force a mistake. They're trying to force an error by the Army players, but Army showing great composure. Madhuraband, Isuru Madagedara rather, running, carrying the ball forward. Ashok Jailal carries it a few good yards, and Air Force still great line speed by Gayanthi Demagoda. Doesn't allow the ball carrier to go past the gain line, and looks like holding on. So possession given away, and now Air Force will have to make a real tough choice. Had they not given away a penalty on the previous occasion, they should have gone for the 3 points here.
Of course, Yusran. Now see the way the boys are pumped up. They just confirm from the referee. Are we having extra time to go for a line out? And he confirms it. Yes, this might be the last move.
This might be the last line out of the game for sure. If they manage to win this and they manage to form that rolling maul with their morale up and with momentum their way, they might be unstoppable.
Of course, Yusran. I will see, but Army was so good at lineouts to convert the Air Force lineout as well. And this will be a crucial lineout for both the teams. More than contesting, I would say they should stay down and stop the rolling maul.
Yes, but they do contest, and this time Radua with possession, and referee has his hand up, so there's a penalty advantage coming their way as well. Air Force moving forward. This looks promising. Breaking free from the back. Niroshan Rajanayaka and Radua carrying him, latching on to him, supporting him. Great work here, but no advantage, and referee brings the back play. Number 3 coming from the side. The culprit in that occasion for Army. Number 3, Madhushan Lienage.
Once again, their main concern is, do we have enough time, sir? That is what they're asking. And yes, says the referee, and goes for another better line out, just 5 meters away.
Yes, and I think that lightning speed rolling maul will definitely help them get close to winning this game. But they haven't done that move quite often. They just did it one time in this game, but we've seen it before as well, and it has helped them score, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do that now. But they lose possession, and Army kick away the ball to
Crescent Mini Keeves. Try it. Love it. The original Mini Keeves only from Crescent.
Crunchy munchy.
Fiery Kochi.
Crescent Kochi Bites. Try it. Love it. The original Kochi Bites only from Crescent.
Get with the global Pulsar mania now and upgrade to the new and improved Pulsar 200 NS from David Pieris Motor Company Private Limited.
Sophisticated selection of Yardley, London.